the best strength training for a hybrid athlete in my personal opinion. First of all, why does strength training matters for hybrid athletes? As a hybrid athlete, you are constantly walking the line between endurance training and strength training. The challenge here is that most endurance athletes ignore strength training, while most strength athletes ignores cardio. But combining the two can actually build resilience and prevent injuries. It's not always about training harder, it's about training smarter. Think of it this way. Strength training builds your chassis and your engine in such a way that you can handle all the miles, the lifts, and the intensity of your training. Strength training is the secret weapon for all athletes out there. Whether you're trying to do great in running or do great in lifting, the right exercises can make all the difference. So today, let me show you what I've incorporated into my training and how it might help you in your goals too. So these are the 5 strength training that I do in the gym to build myself up on this journey as a hybrid athlete. First up, squats, back squats, front squats. These are the movements that I do every single time I'm in the gym. It builds your overall leg strength and your core strength to handle that weight that you have on your shoulders. And in my opinion, this is the key to maintaining your posture in those long runs or maybe even during Hyrox stations. And once again, you can always start light. You can even do without any weight and then start with an empty bar and slowly and gradually build up to lifting more weights. What you want to do at the start is to avoid any injuries. So it is okay to go light. It is okay to not have any plates on the bar at all. Just start light, gradually build up every single week if you like to. Remember, it's not a race. It is something that you want to do at your own pace, but eventually you will hit the goals that you are going for. Second exercise is deadlifts. And I believe that this is the king of a full body strength. It improves your posterior chain power, which translates to a stronger sprint, faster run, and explosive functional movements. And again, don't go too heavy on this when you just start out. Go light and then gradually build up. There are too many people getting injured doing deadlifts. Always focus on your form and then get heavier. When you focus on your form, you will know when your body is ready to increase the weight on that bar. Exercise number 3, overhead press. The overhead press works on your arms, your shoulders, your core, how you brace your body while you're lifting that weight, and overall builds a stronger upper body. And it will definitely help on the stations such as wall balls for Hyrox. For overhead press, you don't want to go too heavy at the start. Same thing as all the other exercises. Some people might injure their back from forcing the heavy weight up while your body is not ready to lift that kind of weight. So same thing here. What I did at the start of my journey was to go with an empty bar and then push up. For those of you who find that the empty bar might be too heavy, start with dumbbells. You can start with light dumbbells and then build your way up to be able to hold that 20 kg bar. Fourth exercise will be the barbell rows. Now, I like this movement because it really works on your upper back and the way that you are holding your posture while you're doing the barbell rows. It is one of the exercises where you will actually feel satisfied while doing the workout. And not just the back, you're also working on bracing that core while holding that position. At the same time, your arm strength is being trained while you're pulling up the bar. The 5th exercise will be the cleans. Now, this is one of my favorite movements because of the explosive power that you will need to bring into the bar. My form might be different from other people doing it, but that's also because I have injuries in my wrist and I can't really let it just sink down. So the way that I'm doing my cleans is such that at the top, I will be cushioning the bar a little bit more so that I don't aggravate my injury. So those are the 5 movements that I feel is crucial for my workout. And of course, you can also add in the bench press, farmer's carry to build up your core strength. And another one worth mentioning is doing your pull-ups. So how do you program these exercises into your routine? How do you fit it into your schedule without feeling burnt out? Here's my recommendation. It's just a guideline. You can always structure this in the way that you like. For strength training, I would recommend 2 to 3 days of strength focus. So really going into the gym and lifting the weights. Prioritize the compound lifts such as the squats, deadlift, the overhead press, barbell rows. You can do 4 to 6 sets of each and moderate rep range like 5 to 7. The focus of these days is truly for building your strength. So next up is your hybrid day. So for this day, you can have a more intense running session and followed by some light workouts. This in a way helps you to build that endurance for your compromised running when it comes to the Hyrox itself. Some simple examples might be like 50 squats and then followed by a 400 meters intervals, and then you stop and do another 50 squats and then another 400 meters lap. And you can repeat that for 4 to 6 rounds, really up to your pace. Then you can have your running days, and that will be 3 to 4 days a week. For me personally, I'm running 4 days a week. And you can vary the kind of running that you're doing: easy runs, interval runs, tempo runs, and always prioritize having a recovery day, because that will reset your body for the next week. For my recovery day, I just do a very relaxed long distance run of 11 km to 12 km. Now, saying all this, what are the common mistakes that you should avoid? First up is going too heavy too soon. As I've mentioned earlier, a lot of people when they're in the gym, that drive in them to want to go heavy is always there. So try to refrain from doing that. Focus on your form. If you're focusing on getting the right form, every single rep that you do is supposed to look the same. And you will eventually know when you can progress with the weight. Number 2 is skipping your recovery days. Rest is where your gains happen. So have plenty of rest, do some foam rolling, do some good stretching. That will prime your body up for your next training. Number 3 is ignoring techniques. So what do I mean by that? First one is in the gym, like what I mentioned earlier on, focusing on your form. When you focus on your form, you will see the gains coming in easier. And on the other spectrum, while you are running, if your running form is good, you will get better even faster. And I'm sure you've heard of the term running economy. So that is where it comes in play. I would also say that tracking your training is important, and that's where your watch comes in play if you have it. If not, some of you might be holding your phone while you're running, and that's totally fine too. Aside from tracking my running distances and pace, I also track the weights that I lift in the gym and the number of reps that I'm doing. And in a way, it does make me feel more motivated to go again for the next session, because I want to see that improvement in the long run. And I've said this before, don't try to improve every single session going up. Improvements are never linear, but it's more of a trend. So if you're trending upwards to your goals that you're going for, that is already a good job. To wrap it up, strength training is essential for all kinds of athletes. These exercises that I mentioned are just the start, but when done consistently, they will build the foundation that you need to crush your goals, both endurance and strength. The key is to keep patient, stay consistent, and keep challenging yourself as you go forward. And if you found this helpful, follow me on this journey, subscribe to this channel, drop a like and comment. Do share your experiences with your training. How have your training as an athlete in whatever domain of sports you are in? I would like to hear your goals for 2025 and how you're going to go and achieve that. And hey, train hard, train safe. I'll see you in the next video.